My name is Stephanie Morasso, and I chose to do The Cat in the Hat as my topic for option number one of the children's book on food and Jung's theories. So, to start off, I'll start off with a little background on the story, and it starts off with Sally and her brother Conrad, who in the book his name actually isn't mentioned, and they're home alone with their pet fish, and it's raining outside, so they're very bored. They suddenly hear a large thump and the cat comes into their house. So, as the cat is coming into their house, he's telling them that he has a lot of games that they can play with and that they'll have so much fun with him and they won't be bored. Their pet, oh, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't play with him. The cat shouldn't even be here because your mother is not home. So then the cat then tells the kids, oh, don't listen to your fish, he just doesn't want to have fun, and let's play all these games. The kids then go on to play games with the cat, and the house starts to become a mess. Then the cat, after a couple of games, says, oh, I have a surprise for you, and it's the best of them all. So he comes out with this big box, and out of this box comes Thing 1 and Thing 2. They start playing a bunch of games with Thing 1 and Thing 2, having a blast, when all of a sudden Conrad realizes, wow, the house is a big mess, and my mom will be home any minute now. So he grabs a butterfly net and catches Thing 1 and Thing 2 and puts them back into the box and tells the fish, I think it's time for you guys to leave. The cat agrees and then leaves. As the kids are trying to figure out how to clean the house, the cat comes back in with this brand new machine and tells them, I can help you guys clean up very quickly. He ends up helping the kids clean up the house, and he really before the mom gets home, and everything works out fine. At the end of the book, the mom comes home and asks the kids how their day was, and all they do is think to themselves, if only she knew what really happened. So I split this into different slides of the characters. So to start off with the cat, for Fruit's theory, I put him as the idea that he was ready to do whatever. He did as he pleased, and for example, he was like, look at me, look at me, look at me now, it is fun to have fun. So he was more of in his own mind and doing as he pleased. So then for Jung's theory, I put him as two different topics. I put him as the trickster and the hero. The trickster because he makes them do what is wrong and not really think between right and wrong. He just has them make a mess of their house as they're having fun. And then I put him as the hero because after the climax of the story, he brings in the machine to help the kids clean up the house, and he ends up really being a good guy. Then for Sally and Conrad, for Fruit's theory, I put them as the ego because they're unsure if they should take advice from their pet fish or from the cat. So I also put them in the phallic stage because they're finding the morality of right and wrong. And then for Jung's theory, I put the brother as the hero because he ends up catching the Thing 1 and Thing 2, putting them in the box, and sending the cat out of the house to really help out the situation. Then for the fish, I put him on Fruit's theory as the superego because he was only willing to do the right thing. So for example, he was like, he should not be here. He should not be here when your mother is not. So in concordance with that, for Jung's theory, I put him as the wise father because he says what is right and wrong, and he's always giving the kids advice as to what they should do. He's trying to always keep them in the right path. So then to continue with Jung's theory, I put the mom as the great mother because she's an authoritative figure for the kids and she's the one who looks after them. And then for Thing 1 and Thing 2, I put them as the shadow because they represent a repressed behavior and they do everything that the cat says and they don't really have a mind of their own. And then finally for Jung's theory, I put the surprise box, I put it as being represented by the mandala because it contains theological beings, it's square, and it pushes towards transformation. So Thing 1 and Thing 2 would be the theological beings, obviously, because they don't have a mind of their own. So they kind of just listen to the cat, and that's about it. They make a whole mess of the house and everything. And then to explain a little about Fruit and Jung's theory, I put that Fruit's theory is more like sexually driven, complex based, and very factual, and everything is kind of to the T. Everything's put in paper, and that's about it. And then for Jung's theory, it's more flexible, everything is by representations, and everything kind of must happen to maintain the homeostasis that is needed. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video.